Hello, lovely people. A new year, 2022. So I thought I want to record my podcast because I didn't record it for a while. And this is episode number 18 already. So I'm planning every week new podcasts with interviews, but also podcasts with myself, interviews with myself. But today, I have a guest. I will tell you later. For the people who don't know me, I'm a food photographer and food stylist from Holland. I'm also a business coach, inspirator, and creator. And my focus for this year is to teach a lot of many people about photography and styling. And I will do that in my Lucie membership, the online community. And of course, my online business and photography program, which is starting again on January 17. And today we have a guest, Shabana. Hi, Shabana.
Hi, Lucie and everyone.
And Shabana was a student in my first business program in September. And maybe you can tell something about yourself, who you are, where do you live, what are you doing?
Sure. First of all, thanks for having me today.
Of course.
And about myself. So my name is Shabana. I'm a food and product photographer. I'm quite a newbie in this business. And I live in Belgium since 2009. I'm originally from Hungary. I'm a Hungarian. I live here with my husband, 5-year-old son, and our new dog, Ella. And I'm in Brussels, based in Brussels.
Okay, thank you for sharing. So last year in September, you participated with a group with my photography and business program. And why did you make the choice to join my business program?
Yeah, let's start from the start of this pandemic, maybe.
Yeah.
And I try to keep it short, the long story. So what happened was that the pandemic started and I also restarted photography. And I started with food because obviously everything was closed. So I couldn't buy, products that easily, only online. So I was like, okay, what do I have at home? I have always food. So then I started, then I discovered people on Instagram who are already food photographers like yourself. And then also because I had a lot of free time, because I became an unemployed person because of the pandemic, then I started to discover online courses, first for free, of course. And then after I start to realize that, okay, this is more than just a hobby. I really love this. So let's see who offers and what. Then I found you. And then I started to participate in your short online courses first. The backdrop, the do-it-yourself backdrop that I loved so much, and also a lot of other, all the smalls that you offered back then. Yeah. And then I saw that you have this business photography, and then I was like, okay, that's something that's really interesting, and I feel that I should maybe invest in myself more. Also, of course, it's not a secret that I was looking around, finding other type of courses in this business subject. But then as a beginner, to be honest, those are quite pricey. Mm-hmm. And I still didn't have any income back then from photography. So then I saw yours, and it was starting in September. And I was like, okay, let me ask her, what is it about? Then if I remember well, I sent you a DM on Instagram. Yeah. And I asked you, listen, is it really about the business side? Is it not the how to light this and that, the composition and so on? And you said, no, this is about the business side of the photography. And then I was like, okay, maybe then I should really apply and I should really invest in myself. Yeah. And then we had a small chat about that. And then I applied end of summer, I believe. And then I started in September. Yeah. And here we are today together talking about that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's so important that, of course, I also have online courses about compositions, the use of color and stuff like that. But okay,
and those are good. I mean, those are really good as well. Huh?
Yeah, but then especially I think because I also started it 5 years ago. but then how to get clients, you know, sometimes
Indeed.
people, I think there has to be more attention for this side.
Yes.
Because it's so important, because you have
Absolutely.
to show yourself, you have to earn money, you have to get clients, to attract clients.
Also, you know, I have this feeling that somehow it's a kind of secret, you know, it's really hard to find a course about this. Like, I really want to know how to get clients. I don't want you to tell me how much you earn, you know, per shoot, but you were quite honest about that as well. Huh? Let's talk about that later. But like, I still want to know some secrets.
Yeah.
If we call that secrets, I don't know. But then it's super hard to find someone who really able and willing to share those things with us beginners.
Yeah, I do recognize you totally, because I also had those struggles when I just started, and I really missed someone, and I was curious about how to set your rate, or can I go lower or higher, or maybe I also do I have to offer discounts to get the assignment, or you know, all those questions. And I thought it was already exciting to get an assignment, and then, oh my gosh, and I can assignment. Oh, and now, and oh, how much do I charge?
Yes.
And
exactly.
What do you how do you call it? What do you agree? You know? And
the negotiation part. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also, you know, you are there alone. You are a beginner in a totally new field. Okay, I learned a lot about the techniques, compositions. I believe I know what I'm doing, you know. Of course, it's not perfect, still learning. But then I'm there like, okay, then now I should switch to this business mindset, which of course I miss. And then, yeah, indeed, what should I ask for? Like how much should I charge for this work, that work? What about the marketing? What about, you know, like the structure your day as a photographer? Already that. It's I mean, it was messy in my head when I started, and I expected, you know, something. Okay, so now she's gonna tell me what to do, how to do. That's what I expected, because I am super analytical, organized person. But then it's not what happened. We both know that. I mean, yes, you told us a lot of information, of course, but then my story turned a bit differently, and yeah. It was so interesting. So yeah, you know that.
Would you mind telling just a little bit about it?
Yeah, of course. So yeah, what happened that we started in September, and first week was for me, it was brilliant. Second week was brilliant, and the third week I just crashed down.
Yeah,
I just lost myself in this whole thing. And it was not because of you or because of the group, nothing to do with that. It was because I had an idea in my mind about this whole business thing and how should I do that. And it's just, I had to realize that it's not going to work like that. And to be honest, I felt really bad for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, I know.
And we had a conversation about that, which I was so grateful about that, because yeah, that was also a surprise to me that you came to me, you realized what's happening, and then you asked me like, okay, so what's going on? How are you?
Yeah. And
then it was an honest conversation. And then I had to realize that, okay, this course is also for me to really change my mindset, you know, I realized during the course that what I expected from myself, it's not going to work like that. So I need to switch, change the whole mindset, change the whole plan, like really 100%. Yeah. And that was scary, but then I changed, and then I changed. And then it took another turn, you know, the whole thing. And so that was now if I look back, you know, it's so funny that I expected something from you, which I got, but in the meantime, I had another change in myself because of your course. Yeah, and it's totally positive. And I was like, okay, this I did not expect that it will be that so deep, you know.
Yeah, and I remember in the, I think in the 5th week, and we every week we go live with the group, and then I saw you, and you were shining and happy and power, and okay, we got this.
She's back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think I started like that, and there was really like 3rd week. It was really tough for me. I cannot tell you which moment was the final, but then I was like, this is not gonna work as I want it to work. So I need to just let it go, breathe, and then figure it out step by step. And yeah, and from that point it was okay, and it's still okay. So that's that's good.
Yeah, and also I'm convinced that if you're having like, I don't know if you call it a breakdown or just
we can say it was a bit, not a nervous one,
no,
but like, this.
Yes, and that's also
the
risk
yes.
of being entrepreneur. I also have it, yes. And sometimes think, oh my gosh, and now, and then I know you're getting out of the how do you call it, the breakdown.
Yes.
And then you are learn from it. You have new insights. You're getting stronger from it.
Mm-hmm. Indeed, and there's always, I have one thing that I wrote down in my agenda or notebook that you said, and I heard it first time, and then it always in my mind. Whenever I feel a bit like it's not gonna work, it's not working, nothing is happening, because we have those moments when nothing is happening. Then it's always in my mind and ears, like, you are planting the seeds now. And then I'm like, okay, now I'm planting the seeds. So be patient, planting seeds, and it will just, you're gonna get it. You're gonna get it.
I just said it yesterday to a friend.
Yeah. But that's like really like a phrase, like I never gonna forget that. And it helps. It helps when it's really difficult, when there's a week when really nothing is happening, and I do everything for that one thing, just to move the balls or roll the ball, sorry. But then nothing is really happening, and I'm like, okay, what would Lucie say now? You are planting seeds, so be patient, do your thing, just go do, and it will happen.
Yes, and if you're practicing a lot, building your portfolio. Yes. Just being active, because I know I think 20 years ago I was a decorator for styling companies and stuff like that, and it just was like trying out, and I was freelancer, and I just had a few assignments, but okay. And I'm sometimes I'm a bit impatient, if you know me a bit longer. Rather yesterday than today, things have to be done. Also my team knows it. But and then after 6 months I was thinking, no, I'm quitting the decorate freelance stuff, and I just quit. And then I went back to the kindergarten job, and then the phone was ringing every week with assignments. Oh, no, you can't help us with the Christmas shoot? No. Oh, well, it's such a pity. And I was, oh my gosh. So I know, it's going to be working, but sometimes you have to be patient.
And you have to, I also, what I learned from you, even if maybe you didn't say it like that, but that's what I learned, like, you need to be strong in mind. And that's why, and I link that to this manifestation part, how we started, because that was really for me a life-changing thing. I never did that. I heard a lot about that, of course, because you read this and that from those successful photographers. But then I was always a bit like, not sure I should do that. Is it really working, and how does it work? And then when we started, because you sent, the diary for that, or the agenda, then when you explained more about that, I understood, okay, this is not magic. This is just, I do it every day, and then then my mind is more organized, and I know what my next step would be. It is that simple, to be honest, and it changes a lot. It changes a lot, because I at least for me, I feel I'm getting closer and closer to my goals. So yeah, that was really a life-changing moment for me. And then, yeah, of course, the weekly live sessions. That's what I forgot to say.
Yeah.
At the beginning, that was also one thing why I decided to go with your course, because you have a lot of online courses.
Yeah.
With this, I mean, and not too much, as I said before, not too many with this business coaching topic or subject. Yeah. But also what I discovered, I found another one when I was searching. So it was you and the other one, but that one was online only. So it's like a self-learning thing, like do it at your pace, which is fine. But if it's about coaching, I need someone to speak to me at least once a week. Yeah. And maybe I have then questions, you know, which I cannot just send via email, and it's less personal. Yeah. So it's better. Also, it was nice to see the other ones in the group, you know, and we still follow each other, and that's so good, I think.
Yes, because it was another question for me. So what was your experience with the group, or what did you learn from the group, or?
I think we all had one thing common is the photography, of course, but in different fields. And that was also super interesting to discover, because I thought at the beginning, everyone wants to be a food photographer, period. But though we had different niches, but it was so nice to have the support from the others, you know, either in the Facebook group that we had or still have, which is good. Yeah. Or during the online sessions, because you need other people. You cannot do it alone. No. You need buddies, you know. I mean, you can try to make something alone, but you need others to support and to share ideas, experiences, advices, you know, or just a kind word. Yeah, and I think it was very, because I think I'm like an open book and telling about my experience, but it was also like, how do you call it? Other people were also very open about the experience, and the other students could learn from it. Yes, agree, 100%. It was like that, yes. And also it was also nice that we were from different countries as well. Yeah, and that's different experience as well, because when there's someone from overseas, you know, that's not the same as in Europe. So it was really nice. Yeah, I found it also very interesting, because the market there is, I think it's totally different. Yeah, I think so as well. So I also learned from it and heard new stuff. So it was. But I also think that even the Netherlands compared to Belgium, there are similarities, but it's still completely different, as I discovered, you know, from the others as well. Yeah, such a funny fact. Yeah. And what's your situation now? Because I see lots of action with you on Instagram. Yes. So honestly speaking, I took December off. Yeah. That means that even if I'm a beginner, I decided to not thinking about the business in December, at least half December, when I was on a holiday, because what I didn't share that I have a full-time job next to this. So half December I was on a holiday from my full-time job, and I decided that okay, I just do whatever I want, and I do not want to focus on this business for the 2-3 weeks. And now that I'm back from 1st of Jan, of course, it's again the structure, the steps, and another good thing that I continue the pitching, which I started with you in September, and now I have some returns, which is great. And could you explain to the listeners what you mean by that? The pitching. So for me, it's the cold calls in emails, what I'm doing at this moment. And now I'm focusing on brands. And what I'm doing now, it's focusing on either Belgium, that's my first basket, the Belgian brands, and then the European afterwards, of course. Brands mid-sized, more or less, because I find them more like approachable. You can really make contact with them easier than with the big ones. Yeah. Also I'm still lacking some confidence, of course. So I need to find my people. and I'm offering my services. That means that I prepared an email, which email is changing constantly, actually week by week, because you just learn a lot from those things that you send out, what works, what does not work, and then you think like, okay, this I can cancel, I can add this or that instead. So basically that's what I'm doing now, and it's so far so good. I cannot share anything yet, but so far so good.
Oh, great.
So then I have now answers, and that's also something I would like to share with those who are listening now and feeling like, I'm never gonna get there, I'm never gonna have that, because I was that person 6 months ago. Like, yes, first time when I did this pitching in emails, no one replied. No one replied. Then you really have to do that like every week or every day. I'm doing it weekly, because then I have a target number, I want to send out weekly. Wow. And then I do that. I do the research when I have some free time, and on Instagram, and then I send out the emails to the person and to the brands. And yeah, it's like you need to do it constantly. So you cannot just skip a week or two, because then of course it's never gonna come back, the positive answer. So that's what I'm doing.
You're creating the perfect email.
Trying. I think it's never going to be perfect, but I'm trying. And also I try to involve other services, because what I also discovered is a lot of great brands, it's more the small and the medium sized. They don't really use social media, or if they use it vaguely, like here and there, some posts. And I would like to help also to them, to figure out their visuals, their content, and just have a partnership for a longer period together. Yeah, I think that's also, as a food photographer, you can do that also. Of course, these are food related brands, of course, I'm talking about. Yeah. So yeah, quite
great.
busy.
Sounds very interesting, and so good you're doing this every week.
Yes.
And you also had, after the program ended, you just started with like a barter deal with a woman.
Yes.
Can you tell me?
Yes, it's my personal project. It's my baby. I really love that. I always wanted to help, like always, but I never knew how. And then just one day I had this idea that, okay, I see there's a lot of women in this food industry opening small stores, cafes, or other type of food related business. And then I just wanted to help them, because I know how hard it is when you are a woman, and then you want to build your business alone. And then I found local businesses here, and then I call it Amplify Other Women. Yeah, to support each other, of course, on other words. And then I offered them a free shoot. Yeah. And then I send them 10-15 images. And of course, if basically this was, for me, it was not a barter deal kind of things, because I didn't ask anything as a return, because I just wanted to give. Yeah. Because I had this feeling in myself that I just want to give something for someone, and I want to choose those people, of course. And then of course, then I got really nice cookies. That was my first collaboration in return. And then the second one happened in December before the Christmas. It was with a Dutch brand, and they found me. And then we figured out that we had a lot of things common, and I really support their business, because I think it's just great as it is, and the causes and the charity they do. So then I also did a collaboration, a shoot. Yeah. And I want to continue that, in the future. It's not like I want to do it every week, of course not. No. I don't have that much time for that. But I think it's really important as well, not just focusing on money and creating a successful business, but also focusing on other people, to help them.
Yeah, and I really believe in that you're giving back in, your
Yes,
gift. You also give can get, how do you say it? you will get something back.
French says donnant, donnant. And the English, I think, is if you get what you give, basically. And also if you give, then it will come back at some point in your life.
Yeah, and for the second time, you also get experience, you know?
Yes.
Building, you will learn from mistakes you're making with the shoots.
Yes.
I mean, making lots of mistakes is great. Not too many, but especially with those shoots, you don't feel any pressure or stuff like that. And then you feel like, oh, okay, just try this out, or that, that doesn't absolutely work well, or.
No, I totally agree with you, because I made mistakes, of course, and I know what were the mistakes. And then it was nice, like, okay, I made this and that as a mistake, and next time I shouldn't do this and that and that. And that's good, because indeed, as you said, you learn a lot from these as well. And also beautiful collaborations, and knowing those people, it's a type of networking as well.
Yeah, because they will say to another person, oh, I know a very good food photographer, she's very kind, blah, blah, blah.
Hopefully, yes. Hopefully, yes.
Yeah, I think, but this also costs time.
Yes, of course, of course.
Yeah.
But it's good to do. I mean,
Yeah. Great projects, and personal projects I really like, but you really have to make time for it or give it priority.
Yes. You need to organize that as well. Of course, it's like a real shoot. It is a real shoot. It's not a paid job, but it's still real, and you still take it seriously. Huh?
Yeah, I totally can imagine. Yeah. So now it's a new year. What are your goals now?
So let me see, what can I share? Because of course I don't want to share all. One is already became a reality today. This podcast with you, because I visioned that. So that's a check on the goal list. So I'm so happy about that.
But just share what you want, Shabana?
Yes, of course. Yes. So I have personal goals, work goals, and and then personal. It's really personal, but there are two words in my personal goals: consistency and persistent. And I need to be really persistent, and I need to do things consistently. Otherwise, it's not going to work. So that's both actually true for work and for the personal things. Yeah. The personal, like, as you told us also, do some exercise every day, read every day, have a morning routine. And those are the things I need to focus on, that, to do not skip a day, because then it's not going to work.
No.
And then work goals. So I did that on the 1st of Jan. I wrote down my goals in the diary book, and then I put a financial plan as well next to it. And I think my biggest goal for me, from those I can share, because there are others I don't want to share yet, is to shoot a cookbook this year. That yes, I so want to do that. I need to find a person who needs that, who wants to have a cookbook, or an agency probably. And I really would like to participate in it and shoot those nice recipes.
Great, so funny, really, because before this podcast, I was starting a blog post.
Yes.
How to collaborate on a cookbook as a
no. Then I will read that. For sure.
Oh, so funny, yeah.
It's so funny, yeah.
Yeah, and I think lots of people are wondering, how do you get such a cookbook assignment, or where do you start, or that's so interesting.
That's so interesting, yeah. I'm also wondering, I'm trying to figure it out, but then you do as much as possible to get there, figure out, read those kind of blog posts, because that helps.
Yeah.
And also, now, since we finished the course with you last year, I got more brave. So I dare to reach out to people, I'm like, it's just a question.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they're going to answer. It's just a question about this or that, and then basically they answer. So you just, forget your fear and just do it.
Yeah, and what you got to lose? The worst scenario, they're saying no, or you don't hear anything. Okay.
Yes.
You're not, maybe you're hurt, but maybe, you know, you're not, yeah.
You cannot lose anything.
No.
So you need to ask, because others know the answers that you still don't know.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's also a positive outcome from the course, that just be brave, ask, dare to ask.
Yeah, and I truly believe if you're writing it as a goal or as an affirmation, that you will reach it. Mm-hmm. Maybe not this year, but maybe in 2 years, or maybe 5 years. You don't know, but you really can achieve it.
Yes, I totally agree. And it's also, I want to tell to everyone that it's also super interesting to the way to get somewhere, you know. So it's not only the goal, you have a goal, okay, you have to get there, and just try to enjoy the way towards that goal, you know, because you have good experiences and bad on that way, but it's just try to enjoy it, because you learn a lot from that. Yes. Of course.
Maybe that's a good title for this podcast.
Oh.
Oh, great. Oh, it's so great to hear what you experienced, and what did you learn, and still what you were feeling from the program.
Yeah, sure. Also, I learned a lot about myself during the program, so that's also a bonus. I would call it a bonus.
So thank you so much for your openness and sharing.
Thanks for having me. Thank you.
Yes. And where can people find you, on Instagram or your website? Yeah,
so I'm on Instagram. It's my Instagram is Shabanas, so SHAHBANAS.
Yes.
It's a bit complicated. And then my website is also, you can reach from Instagram, shabanakan.com. And I'm also on LinkedIn, Shabana Khan Photography.
Great. Don't forget LinkedIn.
Don't forget about LinkedIn.
Of course, I will put your social media accounts into the subscription or into the text.
Thank you.
Hopefully someone reach out to make a cookbook with you.
Let's hope for that.
Thank you so much, and I speak to you later.
Thank you, Lucie.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.